All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, lovers of freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube channel. This is Let's Talk TV, your one and only updated news informative channel that gives you all the news trending and happening in Biafran territory. Do not forget to continue to share this video to as many groups and platforms as possible. Now let us go straight up to the issue on ground. I have different videos, trending and happening in Biafran territory today, and all you need to do is to make sure you help us share this video because a lot is happening. Do not forget, yesterday I posted a very important information for every Biafran concerning the situation of Nnamdi Kanu currently in DSS custody. And honestly, even up till now, nothing has been said about Nnamdi Kanu. Nothing has been done about his whereabouts. And nobody can say categorically this is where Nnamdi Kanu is. Now, the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá, the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic, government in Ezai, have actually delved into this matter. And honestly speaking, he is speaking tough. And as I'm talking to you, there is a total panic in Nigeria currently because of the information and the ultimatum of the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá Njoku. He has given 72 hours, for the Nigerian government to do the needful, and that is releasing Nnamdi Kanu, who was abducted, for over getting to 3 years now, without the Nigerian government following due process. So the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá Njoku has given at least 72 hours ultimatum, and he has threatened that he will descend on the Nigerian government. And we know what this means. We know what he means exactly when he comes out, to give ultimatum like this. We know he can actually do a lot, to make sure he gets what he wants. It's as simple as that. But for me, I believe the Nigerian government should do the needful, because you cannot continue, to hold a man hostage, because this is what the whole thing is looking like. You're holding Nnamdi Kanu hostage, and the reality is that you're not even allowing his lawyers to see him. So this is totally wrong. And when the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá, does his thing, nobody should actually come for him. So that is one. Now, on other issues, still on this matter of Nnamdi Kanu, now there was a video I'm going to play that is actually trending. I still don't understand why people are castigating the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá. No matter what he does, people will castigate him. When the Nigerian government were doing theirs, nobody said anything, just because of the fact that he has decided to do the needful, that is defending his land. Everybody is castigating his pattern of defending Biafran land. But the reality is that the needed thing needs to be done. The needful needs to be done. After all, the Nnamdi Kanu came for peace, and Nigerian government rejected. Now, they've actually seen someone who is better and who is stronger than them. And this is where the problem lies. So, that said, it is high time that the Nigerian government needs to do the needful, at least to save their own lives, of their people, and the properties of their people. Finally on today, a trending video of Asari Dokubo is actually going viral, and people have been reacting to that. Asari Dokubo is now begging for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. I told you people that man is a man who does not have integrity, a man who doesn't even have his own say. He can't stand on his words. This was a man who, in quotes, started freedom fighting. He claimed he was fighting for the people, of the Niger Delta. He formed his militant group, and they were fighting claiming they were fighting for the people, not knowing that he was only fighting for his own personal interest because of what he needed to get. Immediately, the government settled him. Asari Dokubo turned an enemy of Biafra and has been hitting the Biafran government left and right. We knew how he, demanded, for the death of Nnamdi Kanu. He also was among the people who supported and laughed at the abduction of Nnamdi Kanu. Now, the same Asari Dokubo is coming out crying for the Nigerian government to release Nnamdi Kanu. Why? Because the current administration is not favoring him. Let us go through, into today's issues and critically analyze every video we have today. Do not forget to share this video to as many groups and platforms as possible. God bless you.
And I'm sure you recall that in the week, the entire Southeast was under a total lockdown for 2 days owing to a sit-at-home order declared via a viral video, which was disclaimed by both Èkpá and IPOB leadership. While speaking in a statement through his X handle just on Thursday, Èkpá called for the immediate release of all the people from the zone who are being held in various facilities, and he also asked judges of Southeast origin, 7 in other parts of the country, to return home. According to him, the ultimatum, which is expected to last till October 27, 2024, was a decision after a meeting held on Thursday, and that the Nigerian judicial system had contributed to the insecurity in the region by installing anti-people governors. He threatened a lockdown on all federal courts in the Southeast from October 29, 2024 if the demands are not met. What say you to this?
Well, Simon Èkpá, or whatever is his name, is not fighting for Nnamdi Kanu. Rather, he is making the case of Nnamdi Kanu worse. Simon Èkpá is not fighting for the people of the Southeast. Simon Èkpá is a terrorist.
A couple of persons will dispute what you're saying.
I don't care. I'm telling you, Simon Èkpá is a terrorist and must be seen as such.
A couple of persons would say that if not for his intervention or the role he has played, that the Southeast literally have been wiped out by the military presence in there. But that due to his effort or due to his intervention in securing the area, that the Southeast somehow, sort of, has been able to remain a little bit safe.
So Simon Èkpá is the one securing Southeast.
That's what a couple of his followers believe.
Simon Èkpá is behind the insecurity in the Southeast. Simon Èkpá is using some criminals in the Southeast to commit havoc. Understand me? So Simon Èkpá is not fighting for the good of the Igbos or for Nnamdi Kanu. He is a terrorist and should be treated as such. And for me, I wonder why Nigeria government has not made effort to bring him back here, because I knew what is this woman from Ikorodu? What is her name?
Woman from Ikorodu?
Yes, the diaspora whatever.
In Ikorodu?
She's from Ikorodu.
Oh, really? Are you talking about Abike?
Abike from Ikorodu.
Mr. Nosike, you could have just referred to her. Minister of Nigerians in Diaspora. What was the essence of that? You could have. She's a minister. Oh God, Mr. Nosike, please kindly continue. You didn't need to be derogatory. All right.
She's from Ikorodu.
But what I'm trying to say is that you needed to address her from that. Anyway, Ikorodu is a big place now. It's a very rich area in Lagos, so you can't derogate in the Southeast. And I'm sure you recall that in the week, the entire Southeast was under a total lockdown for 2 days owing to a sit-at-home order declared via a viral video, which was disclaimed by both Èkpá and IPOB leadership. While speaking in a statement through his
Republic government in exile, BIGIE, gives Nigeria government 72 hours ultimatum over Nnamdi Kanu and all Biafrans in their custody. Here the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 24th of October 2024, and I have breaking information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from wherever you are all over the world. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, it don't happen. And I want you to pay very good attention to this very news as we analyze this very current development and, of course, the ultimatum issued by the Biafra Republic government in exile through the office of the Prime Minister, His Excellency Èkpá Simon Njoko. I don't want to waste your time. Let us delve into it immediately. And as you can see on your screen, I will be reading this from the official and verified X handle of the Prime Minister of BLGIE, Mazi Simon Èkpá. Recall, few hours ago, this very afternoon, there was a cabinet meeting of the Biafra Republic government in exile officials. Some motions were moved by the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, His Excellency Èkpá Simon Njoko, with some members, the cabinet members of the Biafra Republic government in exile, who were present in that meeting, agreed to this very latest development. So without further ado, let me read from the official and verified X handle of the Prime Minister, as you can see on your screen. This is all that happened this afternoon. Breaking. The Biafra government in an emergency cabinet meeting today, 24th October 2024, voted and approved a resolution to demand Nigeria terrorist government to return every Biafran being detained outside Biafra land within 72 hours. This is an ultimatum. This is not a matter of a beg. Nobody is begging anybody here. We are talking about Biafra government and Nigerian government. And of course, they know what that means. He continued, the 72 hours will expire on Sunday, 27th October 2024. Failing to adhere to this demand, now this is where everybody will pay attention. Failing to adhere to this demand, the zoo, you must pay attention. The Biafra government also voted for the resolution to evict every non-Biafran judge and lock down the following institutions. Now, like as I said a couple of seconds ago, this is where you have to pay attention. And all the zoo agencies, institutions, and officials must pay very good attention to this very, place. Number one, Federal Government Court of Appeal in Owerri, Federal Government Court of Appeal in Awka, Federal Government Court of Appeal in Enugu Judicial Division, all Federal High Courts in Biafra land, National Industrial Court in Biafra land. So this very eviction and lockdown will affect only the zoo courts within Biafra territory, be it appeal court or any other court, high court or whatsoever. This eviction of judges and lockdown of those institutions will only affect these institutions, which I have mentioned above. Now, do you know why the Biafra government decided to target only the courts at this very point in time? And remember that this has nothing to do with our upcoming 2 months lockdown of all the zoo institutions within Biafra territory. It has nothing to do with it. This one is a matter of urgency. Recall that since the last appearance of Nnamdi Kanu to the court of the zoo, the DSS has not allowed the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu to visit him, to see him and speak to him one-on-one till today. Now, for the fact that our people that they kidnapped in our land, claiming to be IPOB members or Biafra agitators, something like that, instead of them to try them here in Biafra land, they will take them to Abuja, they will take them to Sokoto, they will take them to Minna, they will take them to Kaduna, they will take them to Kano, they will take them to Zamfara, they will take them to Borno, they will take them to Niger State. Northern Zoological Republic, they don't even take them to the west, maybe Lagos. They take them to the northern part of the zoo. And then you wonder, why is it so? Because last time I checked, the northern part, no part of Northern Zoological Republic has the jurisdiction to try any suspect that have deemed responsible for any crime, that has been accused of any crime within the eastern region. Whenever you arrest that person and you say this is the place where the person committed the alleged crime, that person must be tried in that same area. That is democracy, and that is the rule of law. You don't kidnap somebody in the east alleging that the person might have committed any crime, and then you take that person to the northern part of the zoo to try him. It doesn't happen like that. So the Biafra Republic government in exile is 1,000,000% correct in this. And of course, we are all in it together. We all support this very motion. Now, let me continue and finish it. The Biafra government resolved that these institutions has brought anarchy, death, insecurity, instability, instead of justice, equity, and fairness. Of course, you see that? That is the reason why these institutions has to be shut down. The court of the zoo within Biafra land, because they have only brought anarchy, death, insecurity, instability, instead of justice, equity, and fairness. This is the truth. You can't say it better than this. You can't say it better than this. Now, it was this court that brought Hope Uzodinma that have destroyed the lives of our women and children. This same court that brought Hope Uzodinma from 4th position, all the way from 4th position to number 1 position. Until today, he is still parading himself as the governor of the old Imo State. This same court. That is the reason why the BLGIE said the court must be shut down in as much as they operate for the zoo within Biafra land. It has to be shut down by fire, by force. This is not a matter of abeg. These institutions will therefore be locked down indefinitely from 29th October 2024. You can't say it better than this. There was that man, one man that used to call me every day, used to disturb me. Let me even give you one story, because this issue is raised. There's this one man, I don't know him, but he comes from the old Anambra State. He used to call me on phone every day, telling me, lamenting how a certain Fulani George, I won't mention the particular place, but it is within the old Anambra State. This man used to lament to me that there is this Fulani George. I know the exact place, but I cannot mention it live in the air for security purposes. That this very Fulani George has illegally sentenced many Igbo youths to prison. Many innocent Igbo youths to prison who did not even do anything. But because they are Igbo youths, and this man, a Fulani George, and he's been there for many years. But now, in conclusion, every judges, I want everybody to pay attention to this, because this is the dagger. This last one is the dagger. All judges, every single judge that are not from Biafra land is here, but you are here. You are not from Biafra land, but you are here. You are hereby requested. For now, it is a request. But after 72 hours, it's not going to be a request anymore. Now listen, it's hereby requested to go back to their region, wherever you come from, as their security, your security as a judge operating in Biafra land, but you are not a Biafran, your security will no longer be guaranteed. This is coming from the Biafra Republic government in exile through the office of the Prime Minister, His Excellency Èkpá Simon Njoko.
To find it, he said If anybody should know this man qualify Yumba, they should warn him. He's using his name to extort money from people. He's telling everybody that he knows him, and he does not have anything to do with him. The man is a 419. The man is a criminal. And the man confessed and told the whole world that his friend's jet was used to bring Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya back to the zoo, where they have tortured him for 8 good days. Tortured him, almost killed him. Only Chuko Kikabiam spared his life. And this Delilah, this Kunakuna, this Olosho did not even know that the husband was being away. He did not know where the husband was for 10 days. She was lying from the pit of hell. She was lying to say, oh, even for 10 days, we don't even talk. Of course you won't talk.
Imagine a woman that called herself a wife. You will say for 10 a whole day you did not hear of your husband. Would you panic? What kind of a heart have you? This shows that she is ex. It's only your ex that you don't care about. Maybe he's living or he's not living. You don't know his whereabouts because you are no longer living with him. It is only your ex. You cannot say you in 10 days you don't hear from. Are you not ashamed to voice such a thing out of your mouth? What kind of a woman are you?
Of course, she's not ashamed. She has no more shame left in her. There's I don't know. There's one in hold on. There's another one I wanted to play. I think it's in she has no she's shameless. There's no more shame. When you call of shame, she doesn't have it, and we know that. And as far as we are concerned, that doesn't bother us because she's lost it all. All she's doing now is she's trying to put things together because she knows that the husband is coming out. I wanted to play where they say her fate is Nnamdi Kanu's fate is similar to Nelson Mandela, where at the end of the day there was nothing between the wife and them. I can't seem to find it, to show, but it's in
my sister, we have everything in our memory. They are all in our archive. Yeah, I don't need to go to anywhere to look for what Nnamdi Kanu has been telling us about these criminal politicians that we have in our land.
Yes, so
we know their history. We know they are the people delaying us, killing us, selling us to the Fulani Janjaweed that are coming from Sahel to come and take over our land. We know all this.
We need
so if an outsider can know this, what about the so-called baby mama?
Let me play this, and it's in our traditional language. Let me play it. This Uchechi.
So, a family member Nnamdi Kanu and the GOS na so ana Kanu akwụkwọ ana akpọpụ na court. So that means a family member Nnamdi Kanu ga join ya ndị ana agba Kanu nta akwụkwọ. Chineke onye ji otu ka God. You are useless. Idiot one. Ego eji lụọ gị aka na iji eje zụta atụrụ. Atụrụ gbaa ya mụ ebele ya were ya jije nye Chukwu kelee Chukwu ọ na n'ihe ọma ihe ga-apụta o were ya jinye abụ nshi were ya jinye anwa ji ọha were ya jinye iyi afọ were ya jinye udo were ya jinye igbekala were ya jinye nneka ụbọchị were ya jinye nne m Chukwu were ya ji chụọ aja n'ala ka alarị mma ana e were ego Lụọ anyị chi otu nwaanyị na-enweghị regarding ebe dị elu, nwaanyị na-enweghị respect, nwaanyị na-enweghị nkwere ugwu. Ego ego furu ụkpụrụ. O wee ego a gara ime, ọ were ego ahụ jije kpọrọ ashawo ma ihe ọ
ashawo kobo. Really idiot. Look at how she is. Ashawo.
Nnamdi Kanu nwere ụmụ abụọ. Ofu itoole from another woman. Nwekwe another one with another woman. Nnamdi Kanu nwere ụmụ abụọ from 2 different women. And ụmụ abụọ ya ọwụ ha witness of king. According to Nnamdi Kanu.
My sister, mouthpiece, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Give yours. These are kuna. No, this is getting too much. Can you imagine the nonsense she's spewing out?
It's the Delilah of our time.
I beg, talk a little bit about this thing that I have just played, because so that in English, so that a lot of people will understand something. But I know there's nothing to say. All that I know is that I shower there in there, and that is why I picked it up. Now I shower kuna.
You can imagine. Idiot. You can imagine somebody. Well, first let me greet my people, my wonderful, wonderful people. Clara, my wonderful sister, I greet you. Helen, my sweet sister, I greet you. David and Nana, I greet you. Ike Kings, I greet you. Christopher, I greet you. Easy Don't Love, Ben Chooks, our own Odagelin Safo. I see Mazioneka here. Oh, Ndewo, Agujewe, Ndewo. Biafra Free Tech, I greet you. Ezebin of your friend. David Afam, please, okay. Phone girl, you get why all of you, my wonderful brothers and sisters, Ben Wabo, Nlewem, Ancestor Nkiru, all of you, please, if I don't call you, just don't get mad. I just want to let you guys know that I am on my way to work, and because they keep reporting me. Even, do you know now, the Cameroonian, the French people, I have now they've now connived together with the Afonjas to be reporting me to HR that I am always talking about Biafra at place of work. But I am not talking about Biafra at place of work, only on my break time. So my brothers and sisters, look, all I know is that I go they give basketballs as long as I know they your time. I go they give basketballs. If they hurt you say Biafra is exiting Nigeria, make it they pain you. Make it they pain you. Most especially those Cameroonian what French idiots that don't want our own Amazonian people to stay and drink water and keep cock. Anyways, let me come back to this Delilah of our time. You can imagine this woman. You are a girlfriend or a husband, wife to your husband. Then you took made a video of you and your husband in bed and sent it into social media. What kind of a woman is that? Is that the kind of woman that, oh my God, I thank God, because if our leader didn't separate from her before he was kidnapped, maybe by now we would have been in hell. Okay, because if this kind of woman would have been our first lady, that means we are bringing Nigeria back to Biafra when we want to cleanse, sweep out all the nyama before we now consolidate. Because if she hadn't look, sometimes I say things happen, things do happen for because the gods wanted it that way. This woman, she has no shame, no, that is no moral values. What will she say she's going to teach her children? And our from what Master Prophet said, the two boys were that our leader had children from two different women. I don't know if he meant because I didn't quite listen to all he talked in that video. If she is the one that had one. So, but because I see that there was one our leader was playing with, I don't know if he had that child with her, So my own is, it's good that it happened now, because now we have a lot of videos to show our leader when he comes out. We have a lot of evidences to show him that look at this woman, what she did. Because sometimes okay now when it comes to women, sometimes I don't talk too much, so please, Anyasa, we are not looking at anybody's face anymore. This Delilah, look at her, just going about, going on the only person that is fighting for the release of your ex-husband or the father of your son. That is the person you're attacking, because you are going berserk because your lover, if you don't buy. Eh? So my brothers and sisters, we can't even use her to make a program because she's not worth it. She's not worth it. She's just
My sister, we will use her. We are Biafra women. We will not leave this fight for our PM. Our PM does not have a time. The time PM was telling us that we should leave her alone, we should not go there.
Yeah.
It is gone.
Yes.
This woman continued to push our PM to the extent he has pushed out the rot in our prime minister, and you want us to leave her alone? No way. We will disgwagwa her. You understand? Until she come to tell us why she went to negotiate with Asari Dokubo,
yes.
She and her father,
yes.
why
yes.
she used in negotiating with Asari Dokubo, she should remain silent. You understand?
Yes, my sister. I think you're in fact you're right. If we're going to make it, then we all have to really trash her today. And when we finish, we keep the video and we move on to because
100%, we will trash her every minute, every second, every day. If she comes and open her mouth again, we will continue to trash her. We will not give her breathing space because she's a maggot.
We will have her time. Me, I will, because of her, leave school. And we have her time. Yes, so.
Okay, so please, my brothers and sisters, we have to let her know that, look, if she doesn't have any moral upbringing, that her parents didn't even teach her that, oh, Mary, here, this woman, here, So, if that is the case, we are going to really, swing that.
Thank you all for joining us today on Let's Talk TV. Do not forget to continue to share this video to as many groups and platforms as possible. People needs to know, what is actually happening in Biafran territory. That is all we have for you. Thank you once again, and God bless you.